All right, I think I am live. Yes, we are rolling. As usual, just waiting to see if people start to come in. Can everybody hear me? Oh, there we go. I had a problem on this end. It's here now. It's fixed. My chat was completely disappeared from starting the stream, but I have it now. And okay, there are a lot of comments. So yes, how is the audio? Audio good? Okay, great. Okay, give me a minute. Give me 1 second to catch up here. We got 47 people in, so we are rolling. It's been a while since I've done live stream. It's been what, maybe like 3 weeks or something? You can see right here, $50. I got some more $50 in. Okay. So yeah, been catching up on a lot of stuff here, and also did a few. I went into the zone for a while and did a lot of local metal detecting, and I did do one kind of like a little bit of driving here and there. So I did quite a bit of detecting over the last 2 weeks, in between the rain and before. Tennessee weather now. We got a ton more rain coming in, and everything's already saturated. I've never seen so much rain in my life that I can remember, especially since living here in Tennessee. It's been absolutely insane, the amounts of rain here. The ground's so saturated. Every time we get rainfall now, everything just starts to flood. And the 5-day forecast looks like just all rain. So if I metal detected right now, I have to do it out of the side of a canoe, basically. But I got a ton of good metal detecting hunts in before this next wave of rain hit, which is awesome. And I found a lot of good stuff. I definitely haven't posted all the videos on the good detecting hunts. I probably got at least 5 more videos I have to edit. And I have some other stuff as well. That's just the metal detecting. So good to see everyone. There's a lot of people in the chat. And we got 63 people in right now. Sheila, Amanda, Caden, Samuel, Sandra, Joy, Green Mountain Metal Detecting. How's it going, Brad? Okay, so we're just going to go through tonight. We're just going to chat as I go through. I'll do at least the $500 box here on top. There's another box below it you can't see. We may go a little bit further, but we'll at least do the $500 for the stream here. So I guess I really don't have much else to say. I guess I'll just do one kind of the usual updates, because I haven't streamed in a while. Anybody who does a super chat gets a sticky on the stop sign, which is rapidly disappearing. Any amount on a super chat. If anybody sends me anything to the P.O. box and wants me to open it on the stream, I can do that. I have one here that I'm going to be opening tonight. I already know what it is, but I'm not going to say what it is, so it's a surprise for everyone else. We'll probably do that partway through the stream. So my P.O. box details are in the description below. If you just want to send me a card or something, just say hi. So we have that. And also, I'm doing something funny. You see this right here? Okay, that's like sort of like an industrial sign. There's a Kmart that's going out of business right around the corner from me. And I bought some of like the industrial stuff. They're literally selling everything out of the store, even everything from their back room and, all the shelving and everything. So I figured we'd do something fun. I came up with this idea of having a subscriber of the month. You can see I put that little orange sheet in there. And whoever makes the single largest donation on a monthly basis, and we're not talking about a bunch of super chats spread out. Whoever makes the largest one, I'll put your YouTube name on there. So on live streams and maybe some of my other videos, I'll show it real quick. So other people will be able to see your name on there. But since we don't have one so far, what I'm going to do is whoever makes the largest super chat tonight is going to go on there until the end of the month. And then, we'll have someone else from there. So whoever makes the largest super chat tonight is going to go on the subscriber of the month billboard. So I just figured that'd be fun. So I guess I'm just going to go through half dollars. Just going to start going, and I'm kind of out of the groove for doing the live streams, but I'll try to. Yeah. Rip Kmart, exactly. I'm actually doing a video on kind of exploring around a Kmart going out of business and adding a lot of other stuff into it. Yeah, but R.I.P. Kmart, rest in peace. That's for sure. So before I go through this, I got to get out my coin bag. This is where all the half dollars go in the bank bag so that I can deposit them back into my account. I see a super chat there I'll get to in a second. And of course, my single rubber glove. I don't put two on because then I can't open the rolls because I just open them with my fingernails. And man, it's been a while. I don't even remember what hand it goes, which hand I put it on. That's right. I open it with the right. So it goes on the left hand. That's right. Left is right. Right is left. There we go. All right. So let's first give a sticky note to Tech Tutorials. I appreciate it. There's no comment with the super chat. If you want me to answer a question or say anything on your super chat, make sure you leave a comment so I can make sure that I shout it out. That's the highest one of the night. So if 99 cents is the highest super chat, you'll end up on our little subscriber of the month. Alrighty. I bought that pillow from the going out of business Kmart too. It makes a nice backdrop. What do you think? All right. I see Jeff. I see Jimmy. I see Diana. I see Clint, Armin, Carlos, Isaac. A lot of people in here. So let's go ahead and start getting through some of these rolls. I didn't even notice this. Like, I literally just started right here. It wasn't very shiny, so I probably didn't really check it closely. The first coin of this hunt is an NIFC. Oh, and by the way, I looked at the top. There's no silver on there. Check this out. First coin. I hope this is a good sign. Okay, for some reason, I'll have to fiddle with this. It's been a while with the camera angles here. I want to make sure I get this set up good for the stream. It doesn't want to focus on these right now. I'm going to get some more light behind it because I want to make sure this works. I want to make sure we get this set up pretty good. Okay, that's a little better on the lighting. Let's see if it'll go now. Well, I'm not sure what the deal is. I've actually been having some problems with the webcam. So I'm going to have to get a new one on that. For some reason, it's been acting finicky. But anyway, that's a 2004. I'll mess with it a little bit as we go, but I don't want to annoy everybody by trying to focus that for an hour. But yeah, I'm due to get a new webcam. I noticed the color's getting a little wacky on it. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, how's everyone doing out there? What y'all been finding lately? If you live anywhere remotely close to me, it's been wet. Yes, Tom, after I go through them, No, I don't wrap to redeposit. I just showed I can actually deposit them into at a different branch than I buy the coins. I can put them in this bag and deposit them. I don't have to re-roll them. But let's go ahead and through this first roll here. Nothing good in that roll, mostly just 70s coins. But yeah, man, I've made some pretty good finds metal detecting. Can't wait to get all the footage up. Had a very good hunt with Vic, and man, also had a couple good solo hunts close to where I live here as well. What should I do with buffalo nickels with worn dates? Well, if the date's visible, I wouldn't do anything to them. But if it's worn completely slick, I would try nick a date to bring the date back on them. Okay, next roll. Don't see any silver there. Let's get this down a little bit lower. I don't want to cut my face off too much there. You can see how when I put my hands in front of the screen, you see how it gets like a green tint? It changes color. Yeah, I think I need to buy a higher end webcam for doing these live streams. It's just kind of acting wacky. Actually, I never updated this thing. I bought it a few years ago just for filming videos, but not like doing live streams. But it was a while back, and I never really even thought about upgrading it. But yeah, I'm going to definitely have to do that. I'm going to try to get one that has good zoom on it as well and a crisp picture for everyone. Can Nick-A-Date work on old silver coins too? Generally not. It only works on nickel. It doesn't work on silver. So you can't bring the date back on something that's silver. So nothing in that roll. It's going to take me a while until this fills up so I can get it set up here. There we go. How to work. Trying to peek underneath, see if we got any enders on top. Not yet. Yeah, Carlos, I do have a P.O. box. Just look in the description of the video. 1997 on top here. I don't see any silver in this roll. No, 72, 73. Man, really beat up 1997. I hope we get something good in this box. There's a black spot on it. I thought it had a hole in it for a second. What in the world? I'm getting multiple coins that have a black spot on the 9 in the date. Somebody put black Sharpie on the second digit in the date, which is really weird. I don't know what that's all about. Sandra said, when are you tackling the pig pen? Not anytime soon. It's just all mud out there right now. I don't know. That's going to be a huge job. I'm putting that off for now. That might turn into a futuristic project because we're in prime door knocking season here in Tennessee in the winter. Well, kind of winter leading into spring. It's the best time to metal detect around here. The ground is moist. It's not super hot out. The clay softens up. Yeah, this is prime metal detecting season down here in the south. So I knew this one was damaged by the end, but check this out. I always like to save these. Now this one's a little more crude, but we just got a hold bicentennial. Let's see if that'll focus now. Might have to mess with the camera settings. I don't know why it will not focus whatsoever close up. What I think I might have done is I might have taken the auto adjust off before I started the stream. I don't know if I can change that. If everybody doesn't mind, I'm going to toy around here for a second and see if I can change it. And I do see a super chat just came in. So give me a moment and I will get to your question. Yeah, I don't think once the stream's going, because I can't pull up the software because the camera's in use. So pretty much all I have to do for navigation is from the live stream here. So we'll just have to, you can kind of see, I can get kind of close. You're not going to be able to see anything in detail tonight, but if I can always show it in the future too if I find anything really good. But we got that hold one so far. Okay, so to the super chat, it is from Super. How do you say that? Sayan? S-A-I-Y-A-N. Which coin grading company would you go with? I can answer that without much problem. I would go with PCGS, even though, you know, they're pricey, but they are the most reputable as far as demanding a premium. If you get something graded through PCGS, it generally increases the value of the coin a little bit because a lot of people trust that name. So just because of the sort of the oomph behind the name, I would go with PCGS because it's much easier to resell coins in PCGS slabs if you ever need to get rid of the coin, you know, or want to sell it. So that's my opinion. Do I pay a premium for the boxes? No, I don't. I get these from my bank for $500 a box for face value. So I don't lose anything by doing this. Oh, and I got to give a sticky. So give me 1 second to go through this next roll here, and I'll get to that sticky. 1997, 80, 89, 73. Nothing good there. So on the next color here. Alrighty. And he just sent another super chat with another question. Give me 1 moment and I'll get to it. S-A-I-Y-A-N. You sent 2 separate super chats, so before I read your question, I'm going to write out your second sticky. There is no limit. All right. Got your stickies ready. The next question is, do you sometimes review graded rare coins? Do you sometimes review graded rare coins? What do you mean specifically by review? You don't have to send another super chat. Just follow up. I'm not sure I'm fully following the question. But yeah, elaborate on that a little bit. I'll look through the chat and make sure that I see your response to that, because I want to make sure I answer your question properly while I put your stickies up. If you meant like review them like on the channel and like stuff like that, I haven't really. I've showed some slabbed coins and like kind of went over them a little bit on the channel. Got a super chat from Nick Molnar. Did I say that right? $15 in Canadian bucks. So let me give you a sticky here in a second. That's going to be a contender for the subscriber of the month. You might be our first one. Time is ticking for everybody else. Oh, wow. We got 133 people in here right now. So, hey to everyone coming into the next roll here. There's a 2000. Oh, I'm a little bit sleepy this evening, so my There goes a coin, so my brain's not as sharp. Got some kind of weird one here. I won't be able to show it up close. It's really porous, like it's been in some sort of acid or something. It's got a weird tone. It's a 1989. It's kind of odd. Albert said you're on the trending page. No, not with 141 people on the live stream. I've never been on the trending page. Let me give you your sticky, Nick. And then I got to give another one to Linda. I guess the funny thing is, if somebody does a super chat that's around the same amount that's in a different currency, I'll have to run the conversion. I'm curious. Somebody run the conversion. Tell me what a 15 Canadian is in USD. I haven't been following the Canadian currency, so I don't know what the spread is at the moment. But may as well write these both out while I'm here. I got Nick's written out. Got Linda's, and Super Saiyan made another one. You guys are killing me here tonight. Linda Wolf. I got to open another roll here in a second. For the people watching for the coin roll hunting, you're going to be like, stop writing out stickies. MIR27. All right. And then I got to get, and let's see. Linda says, Nick said, love your channel. Really enjoy your videos. Been watching you for the last few years. I appreciate that, Nick. Linda's comment says, hi, JD. What are the best Canadian nickels to look for? Linda, I really don't know. I haven't focused a lot on Canadian coinage. So I can't tell you what the rarest dates are. I'm really not sure. Apart from the obvious that the older, generally, the older the better. I actually like the 1922, I think it's the 1922 Canadian coins, especially the nickels, because in the United States, in 1922, they made very few coins at all. So like when I see a 1922 of a foreign coin, I'm like, whoa, like they barely exist here in the United States, except for some pennies. Basically, there were no nickels, there were no dimes, there were no quarters. There was a lot of no half dollars. There were a lot of coins missing in 1922. And Super Saiyan's next question is, have you read about the Ashley gang and their loot? No, I'm not familiar with that. I'd like to see if somebody expounds on that in the comments. I'm actually not familiar with that at all. All right, so we got all three stickies here, and then we're going to keep going through some more rolls here. You'll have to bear with me. My chat is lagging behind a little bit on this end. I don't know what the issue is here tonight. Alrighty. Next roll. How's the shell coin collecting going? Well, nothing since that video. I haven't been out hunting since then. It's just started raining right now. It was supposed to come in a little bit earlier today, but man, over the next few days, I might have to have a canoe to get around here. It is something else. So not seeing any silver here, but there's a couple of shiny ones in this roll. We might have a newer NIFC here. Do you play MCOC? I'm not even sure what that is. If it's any type of video game, I don't play it because I don't play. This one's real shiny. You see that there? Well, they're kind of all catching the glare. You might not be able to see. I'm going to show you that one. Let's see if it's in an IFC. Oh, yeah. 2013P. I'm going to try one last time. I hope I don't get on your nerves because I know this wasn't focusing before. Yeah, it's not going to focus. It's a 2013 P. It's got some bag marks, but it's a beauty. I could tell that by the edges. Can I explain NIFC? It just means not intended for circulation. All the coins since 2002, the half dollars specifically, they've only been made for like collectors. So yeah, I mean, yeah, somebody comment not issued for circulation. I sometimes accidentally say intended, but they weren't. They shouldn't be in these rolls. But like stuff happens, people cash in collections, or they get passed on to somebody else who doesn't know that they're special, and they get put in these rolls, and they technically shouldn't be in there. Yeah, and the 1970 is silver, but yes, also the 1987 you can look for also. But I normally just say 2002 and newer because they're the easiest ones to check for. And the 1987 rarely pop up. I've never found a 1987. I know they exist, but I haven't found one. So let's look through. Here's the other shiny one. It's just a 1995. I'm kind of bummed I didn't mess with. I got one that's a little bit of a slightly like a wood grain. It has the streaking in it. I haven't seen that on a half dollar in a while, but I know the camera won't pick that up. It's not prominent enough to keep. Got another super chat from Super Saiyan again. The Ashley gang had gone from Eastern to West Florida. So when was this? I'll have to look it up. I'm going to go through another roll first. I'll put your next sticky up here in a minute. Next roll. Let me try for 1 second. Just bear with me. I'm going to see if I can change the settings on my camera here. Hopefully I don't mess up the stream. Is the stream still good? Okay, yeah, let me see. I got my camera up here. Okay, here we go. It's saying I can't use my webcam, which I know, but I'm going to turn autofocus on and see if this helps. Oh, it's letting me into the settings. I hope this works. Let's try it. Okay. Stream still good? Yep, I'm still good here. I didn't know I could. It looks like it let me do it. So let's get through this other roll here, and I'll try to see if it'll focus on a coin now. Doesn't look like anything in this roll. 158 people in. Wow. Good to see everyone. If you're just showing up to the live stream, just going through a $500 box of half dollars, looking for silver and rare coins. I found a couple decent things, but no silver yet. I'm hoping there's some in here. Hey, JD, haven't watched the stream in a while. Just went to the bank today, and they had 10 rolls of completely uncirculated 2009 pennies. Incredible. I always keep my own nines. That is awesome. Great find. And don't worry about not watching any streams recently because there hasn't been any. I mean, I think this is my first stream in almost 3 weeks. So you haven't really missed much. Super Saiyan, man. You got to slow down on them super chats. Here's another half dollar with the black spot. I don't know what this is. There's a lot of black dots. That one's like kind of colored in between the wings and the low point of the coin. And the comment from Super Saiyan is, you might want to metal detect near Canal Point, Florida. There's a tip for any of my viewers watching that live closer than I do. Let's write out your other sticky. And I'll put them both up here in a second. But let's see, now that I turned the autofocus on, let's see if it's going to focus on a coin here. It should, if it went through right. There we go. There it is. Oh, yeah. We're in business. 2013. That one's, I mean, it's got, like I said, it's got some minor like bag marks on it, but I don't think it's been circulated very long because it looks like it's pretty much full luster. So here was the 2004 right there. And I'll show you the one with the hole in it. Bicentennial. All right, so now we're okay. I'm glad I figured that out. We're good. Let's get this first two stickies up here. Okay, let's take a look at some of the chat while we're pulling out the next roll. Oh, let's see. Can I detect on your property, JD? Unfortunately, I can't give any invites out to come to my house right now. It's kind of, for running a YouTube channel, it's kind of it's not a really good idea to give out your address. Good evening from Northeast Oklahoma. Good evening, Robert. Next roll. Ooh, got a nice birth year, 1988. Looking pretty good. No, Robert, it's not because I'm a celebrity. Nobody should give out their address online to people they don't know very well. That's not a good idea. Even if you have 100 subscribers, it's still not a good idea. I'm telling you, this black spot is on a lot of these coins. The black spot. Isn't that from an old movie? Isn't that from Treasure Island? The old black and white movie. Something about the black spot. I think I just found a gasoline $50. Just in case it's not a gasoline $50, I'm going to put it aside. That's got some crazy pink and green toning going on. Wonder if the camera's going to pick that up. That is one of the craziest ones I've seen. Check that out. That's crazy. It's got a little bit of a hue on the front. That reverse, though, is nuts. Let me show that one more time. Look at that. Rainbow color. Let's flip it around that way. That's crazy. I don't think that's natural toning, but I don't know. It might be. Because I don't see any dark spots or anything on it. That's like, in person, it's like fluorescent. That is crazy. Yeah, I know. That is crazy toning. I don't know what that is. A lot of times, like, because gasoline doesn't get that, like, vibrant and, like, weird. It's like lime green surrounded by pink, and then on the outer edge, it's all yellow. It's crazy. Bicentennial, 1972. Nothing good in that roll, apart from that toned one. I like that. I like that toned one. Dudicus Maximus. Did you get the, I'm not going to say it for anybody looking at the chat. I did. Here it is. I didn't open it yet. We're going to do it like when I'm halfway. I'll do it now since you're here because I don't know how long you're going to stay. And Sheila did a super chat, so let's get that to first. Sheila said, can you do another dig or die video? I'm going to have to do that. I'll probably do it a little bit closer to the summer when the really good door knocking season is by, because I want to put all my energy in and finding the awesome old stuff for you guys to see right now. But Sheila, just because you did that super chat, I'll have to make another episode for everyone. But just give me a little bit of time to get it done. Sheila L. Art. I'll put your sticky up here in a minute. Oh, and one of the things I put off too, a while back when I made one of that video when I crawled under the bleachers to metal detect, I told everyone if that video got 1,000 likes, I would go back under the bleachers. That was late last year, and that video, I'm opening this package now. The video, I'm going to keep it down low because I don't want to accidentally show the address here on the other side. That video ended up getting like 25,000 views like within the month after it was released. So it did barely roll over 1,000 likes on it. So maybe when I do the dig or die video, I'll crawl under the bleachers too, and we'll kill two birds with one stone. We'll crawl under the bleachers and get us some food money. So here we go. And let's see if there's a note, which there is. So I will read that first. No names, please. All right. Let me make sure. I didn't look at the top. Do you want me to read the note? I'll wait till you comment there while I go through another roll. I can see you in the chat. Let's see. Let me know if you want paraphrase. Okay, I'll paraphrase it. I appreciate the videos you made and interesting adventures you take us on. I thought you would, but I thought it would be something you would like. Don't throw it in the discard bag with all the 70s halves. I will definitely make sure not to do that. All right, I appreciate the invite too. If I make it down your way, I will holler at you. I appreciate the invite. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Oh yeah, here's the other side. Okay. Yeah, I can see there's a lot of personal information as far as location and stuff. So I'll look through it later, but I really appreciate it. Thank you for the long letter. I'm going to spend some time reading that carefully after the stream's over. So let's go ahead. Here it comes. All righty. So you see it here. It says United States Mint. "2019 Apollo 11th 50th Anniversary Commemorative Coin Program." This is newly released from the mint. You got the inner box here as well with the certificate of authenticity. A proof $50. And let's show you the specifications on the back. I'll hold it up to the screen for a second so I don't have to ramble all through it. You can see what it's made out of. So the mintage limit is 750,000 across all the options and the different kinds they have. So I appreciate you sending this. You now made me one owner of 750,000, and I'm sure you bought some extras for yourself too. I think didn't the mint have a limit of like 5 per household on this? I know they normally put limits on the things that you can buy, but let's go ahead and show it, the $50 itself. It's a little reflective, so it's, oh, there we go. I got it pretty good there. So let's see. Should I pop it and show the other side? Let's do it. Oh yeah, because that is nice. There you go. Take a look at that. You see the S Mint mark on it? Very nice. Well, I really appreciate you sending that. I'll take some time to read your letter in depth later, and I really appreciate you sending this. Really awesome. So, Judicus Maximus, I'm going to give you a sticky for that because you didn't make a super chat, but I feel like I should just give you a sticky for it. So, let's go ahead and put you up on the wall. Where'd you go? There you go. All right, let's get into this next coin roll here. Some more of that black marker here on the end. Okay, so we're not even halfway through the top here yet, and we already got 2 NIFCs, so we still got plenty of time to find something good here. I got a thick rim here, but I think it's just a nice 70s coin. I don't think it's a proof, but let's check it out. Oh. It's a 1983 with a misaligned die. Maybe that's why it looks so weird. So check out how thick the rim is on the top portion of it. That's actually pretty offset for getting into a roll. You can see it almost kind of has like a double rim on the top there. We'll set that one aside. That's actually pretty offset for being in a box. 1992, 95, 94, 99. What are we doing? Getting all the 90s out of one roll. 93, 95. A lot of 90s. There's a 2000 and a 95. Wow, that was a lot of 1990s in that roll. And I'll get these 2 stickies up here in a second. Sandra, can you please order pizza? No, I had supper before I started the stream. So I'm good. I actually went down to my parents' place and we had, oh, I forgot this roll I saw this on the end before. On the top end of the roll, there's like an uncirculated 1994. I'll show that up close. It's actually really nice. I did see that on the end of the roll before I started the stream. It's actually, now that I got it out of the roll, it looks even nicer. But yeah, I had dinner down my parents' place tonight, so that was nice. And my mom may show up in here at the stream. I told her I was thinking about doing a stream tonight, so she may pop in. Got a 1971 that's toned a tiny bit, but not much. Hey, I see Joe. Joe said, "What company brings the halves to your bank?" These are Brinks boxes. The bank I use to buy coins from right now, I can only get Brinks. So that's pretty much all I get. They're hit and miss. I've hit pretty good boxes with Brinks, but sometimes you get, 0, 1 silvers per box. They're not always loaded, but I keep at it consistently. I got a 1980 here. I think this is post-mint damage, but it's got a lot of weird stuff going around the rim. Almost like it's missing some. I don't know. It's weird. I'll let you look at it. It's kind of odd. Something with that edge. It's almost like it's missing some rim, like it's almost a little bit smaller. And you can see around the one side, it's like not even straight. I don't know if somebody did that, but it's pretty smooth. I don't know. That's weird. I've actually never seen a coin come out of a roll like that. We're getting a lot of oddball stuff here tonight. No, I don't. It's not counterfeit. It looks the main part of the coin, it's definitely a real $50. I just don't know what's up with the edges of it. It's really strange. And there's no ridges. It's like smoothed out. But a lot of the clad $50 don't have ridges on the rim. All right, next roll. Do you know what happened to Dave, American Coin Hunting? I just haven't heard from him in a long time. Just curious if he's okay. I haven't talked to Dave in quite a while for myself. He hasn't put up any videos in quite a long time, but I have seen him randomly around the community commenting. So I can't really comment too much because I haven't spoken to him in quite a while, but I do know he has been commenting on some other random videos I watched here and there. So I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. Let's see. Nothing in that roll. How about ice cream? I don't have any ice cream here. Come on, Sandra. I'm trying to clean up my diet here a little bit. I don't need to be eating no ice cream. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be a damaged or what, but like see the huge gap between these coins, but I don't see any damage on the one. Check that out. Look at that gap. So I don't know what I'm going to find when I split the deck. What the heck? Oh, yeah, it's this one. It's just dented. It's just a bicentennial that's indented on the back, and it has a bubble coming out of the front. So that's just damage. So nothing good there. Who was that? Was that, I missed it a second ago. Was that, I think, was that Luke that said ruffles are good? I actually only like eating baked chips. I got away from eating a lot of oils, and my favorite are Lay's baked chips. Man, I could eat bags of those at a time, like literally by the bag. If I buy a bag, 2 hours, it's gone. Gone. Are you hip to what error and variety coins in $50? Some of them, I look for major ones. Sometimes in the streams, I look for the 1982 and 83 no FG. I got another one of them weird sounding $50, but it doesn't feel underweight. So I don't think I'm going to mess with it. But yeah, I check for some basic errors. I'm always looking for clipped planchets and obvious stuff. But I don't look for all the minor varieties and things like that. There's another $50 with that spot on the 9. Somebody was marking a lot of these. Lays with the Subway footlong. There you go. JD, thank you. You were the reason I really got into metal detecting. I've been going hardcore in the detecting this past year, so thanks again. Big fan. Well, I appreciate that, Fifth Star Gaming. I hope you're finding some stuff. Metal detecting is a great hobby. I really enjoy doing it. It's really been addicting for me over the years. Really enjoyed doing it. And I've just really been enjoying making the videos for the channel now. I've taken a laid-back approach, and I've really been enjoying, putting the content out that I am right now. So it's not like a burden. There's a pretty nice, almost an AU bicentennial there, but not good enough to keep. I figured I'd show it because it was pretty shiny. What do I do with all the silver coins? I hoard them. I like keeping the silver I find in the rolls. I just kind of make a collection out of it. I like keeping the silver that I find, so I keep it. That's what I do with my silver. And if there's ever if the fiat currency ever goes in the tank here in America, I will have plenty of silver on hand for trading and bartering, and some of it will go up in value, and there'll be a little bit of a wealth transfer from paper into physical assets. So it's always good to have a little bit of silver and gold on hand in a worst case scenario. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm a stacker. Do I buy bullion? I do. I am absolutely. I am I guess you could. I've never really identified myself as a stacker, but because I've never really appealed to that community. But I am. Yeah, I always have some sort of silver or gold on hand. Absolutely. I'm a stacker. Next roll. Haven't been seeing much here, so that's why I haven't been saying much about the coins. Nothing really fascinating enough to pull out, so we'll just keep rolling away. Keep on rolling. Do I even consider selling super rare coins? That I find? No. Would I, if I found one that was insanely expensive? I would consider it, yes. But metal detecting, I've never really found a coin worth more than like $150. So I'd rather have it in my collection than sell it. In coin roll hunting, I've never found anything valuable apart from like proofs and silver. So there's not really any reason to sell that unless you specifically really needed the money for something. But all the stuff I find through scavenging, through coin roll hunting and metal detecting, I like to keep it because I make some money from YouTube, but it's not like I don't consider it my job. So, I mean, it's what I do for fun instead of like going to the movies or shopping or something. I don't know. It's just what I like to do. Got a nice 2001 there. Let's check that random 1983. I got to get back in the habit of checking for the FG on those. Mark Thomas, what do you say? I see a Franklin. Okay, let me double check this roll. I know you're getting my goat. There's a bicentennial. And I'll give you a sticky in a second. There ain't no Franklin. I wish there was. No Franklin. I've actually, believe it or not, I've never found a Franklin in a $50 box. I've found Walkers, but I haven't found a Franklin. But yeah, let me give you a sticky, Mark. I appreciate the super chat. $2, Mark Thomas. Oh, in the box. I hope there's one in the box. Let me go ahead and throw up these stickies here real quick. All right. So, while we're getting ready to do the next roll here, let me look something up here real quick. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to look at the conversion on that. So for anybody coming in, I'm doing this new thing where whoever makes the largest super chat, I'm going to do a subscriber of the month. But since I don't have one yet, I'm saying the person who makes the highest super chat tonight is going to go on here till the end of this month. So we had a super chat for $15 in Canadian. So I'm going to see what that is in USD. Why am I on Google Images? Wrong thing. Okay, so 15 Canadian is $11.36 in USD. So to beat 11.36, the super chat would have to be 11.37 USD or larger. And then if it's another currency, I'd have to figure it out. Somebody said 11.35. Mine says 11.36. But yeah, it's probably rounded up. It's probably 11.35 point something. Probably rounded it up on mine. Would I consider myself an avid coin collector? Yes, because I keep everything that I dig and I keep stuff from rolls. So I guess that considers me that, I'm considered a collector. I just don't buy coins anymore. Like I don't collect by buying them through coin stores. So no silver here, but I got one really shiny one. Might be an NIFC. Yeah, it looks really good. I think it's going to be. It is. It's a 2012. And I wouldn't say it's full uncirculated. It's really close. But there's a little bit of some slight blemishes on it. It is in really good shape, though. You see when I tilt it that way, there's a tiny stain under Kennedy's ear. But that's actually a really nice one there. Very nice. So we're doing good on the NIFCs so far tonight. We already got 4. We're not even through the first half of the box. And there's a really nasty corroded one. That's really awful. Yeah, the back's nice, toned nice though on that one. Crazy how that works out. It's probably in contact with moisture for quite a while. All right, see you later, coin searcher. Hey JD, what tips do you have for coin collector like me to start a YouTube channel? Well, when you first start a YouTube channel, I would say don't get discouraged because it does take a while for people to find your channel and for it to start building. So don't feel bad if very few people watch your videos when you start. You want to make sure you're active in community and making thoughtful comments and connecting with people on other channels that are related to the type of content you're going to post, because a lot of time the best way to start a YouTube channel is building a community of people you know on YouTube already. I watched YouTube videos about metal detecting for almost 8 months before I started posting videos myself. So by the time I started my channel, I had a pretty decent sized handful of people that subscribed to me before I even put a video up that were ready for when I started uploading. So, put yourself out there, be active in the community. Make sure you put some effort into the titles on your videos, like what it's about. Like, just don't put like just like put like another vlog, or something like that, or vlog number 1. You want to make sure it's titled. Like if you're going through your coin collection, title it, searching through my coin collection, or bought new coins from the coin star. You want, from the coin shop. You want things in the title that other people are going to search. So put some effort into your title so people can find you, so you can have something to start building on. Make sure you let everybody know that you're starting to upload videos, but don't spam other people's channels. Just talk amongst the people that know you well. And just don't be discouraged, and start making videos, and go from there. Tracy said, you got me hooked on collecting star notes. I know, it's pretty fun. Once you have it in your brain, you can't ever go through coins again banknotes again without checking them. Pretty nice one there. I think it's a 90s coin though. No silver. Let's check that one. Oh yeah, I called that 1997. And one of the other things, for putting up YouTube videos, put some effort into the thumbnail too. Make sure you got a nice shot of some shiny coins that you're showing. You make sure it's themed to the video, or don't be afraid to put your face in the thumbnail. Just something that somebody can look at, and want it to be colorful when possible, because when people are scrolling through YouTube, there's tens of thousands of videos on YouTube, so you just want something a little different that stands out. It does help more people find your channel over time. YouTube's kind of a mixed bag. There's a lot of things that if you do them better, it helps overall. So yeah, good title, good thumbnail. Make sure you're active in your community when you're starting out. Make sure you're responsive to the people that do post comments on your channel, to show that you appreciate, especially when your channel's smaller and you do have the time to respond to everyone. When your channel gets large, it becomes impossible to respond to everybody, but treat people right, and don't give up. Sheila said, "Do you like my titles?" Yeah, I put a lot of effort into making them catchy but relevant. See, that's the key. They got to at least be relevant. And if you're doing exciting videos, there's nothing wrong with a good cliffhanger. Some people get upset with cliffhangers, like oh, what did I just find? Like a question mark. But the thing is just don't lie. Don't be dishonest. But yeah, cliffhangers, they work a lot of the time. People like the suspense, especially in the treasure hunting community. Like half the time, and this is what I used to do for years, and I'm not saying it's you can't do this. You can definitely do this if you want. But some people try to put in the title of like everything they found is like sort of like it's kind of like, oh, look at all I found. People click on the video. But if you put in your title like, I found a silver $50 and 5 other silver coins in a rare button, and you put all that in the title, then there's nothing to look forward to in the video, because they just told you everything that they found in the title. So sometimes if I found something really good, I like to put a single item in the title, like loads of old coins, or maybe like I found big silver or something. But I do it sometimes, but more often than not, I'm like, yeah, I like this suspense of knowing like, oh, what did somebody find? But when you're a smaller channel, sometimes you have to focus to, the keywords and things that people search, like making sure you have metal detecting or coin collecting or coin roll hunting in your title, because people search those terms. So then they're more likely to find your video. So, you know, when your channel's smaller, you may title a video, metal detecting, found silver, old coins, and relics. I mean, you know, and you have a good thumbnail, that'll interest some people. But yeah, sometimes I like a good cliffhanger. All right, we're getting close to the end of the top of the box here. I see a lot of people niche themselves on YouTube and have a hard time if they want to go outside of what their channel started as. That is very true. YouTube is extremely topic driven, and to be a straight vlogger that posts something on any comment, you have to be like literally like a celebrity or somebody that there's something extremely unique about you that resonates with the population at large, which is not someone like myself. I don't within me have like let's say celebrity quality as far as like someone people are like attracted to in large numbers. And that's very true. Like for me, if I post, and that's why I post like a variety channel, don't get me wrong, for other people starting out, you can do what I do, but don't expect to get subscribers in large numbers. It's been through like blood, sweat, and tears that I've grown my channel. I have over 1,000 videos posted. Variety themed channels on YouTube make it very hard to please the algorithm, because you want people to click on your video each time and watch as much of the video as possible. So if I post a metal detecting video, usually I'll get at least 6,000 people that watch. But if I do like a basic vlog that's on another topic that's not treasure hunting themed, sometimes I may only get about 3,000 to 4,000 people that watch that video. And if you're trying to build momentum on your channel, it can actually hurt. And YouTube is very topic driven. So if you're going to do a variety channel, just don't expect that your channel is just going to like, you know, grow. I mean, I only had like, I don't know. I only had like up to like 4,000 subscribers. It took me the first several years on YouTube to get like 4,000 subscriptions. I think it took me, my goodness, it took me over like 2.5 years or something to get to my first 4,000. It was slow at first. It was definitely slow. Nothing in this roll here. But yeah, I decided to stick it out with, you know, being passionate about posting on other stuff. And I don't have any regrets. I mean, like you look at stuff in your past and you're like, you mature past certain things, but I don't look at all of that as like a regret, like necessarily. But yeah, there's things we won't repeat in life. But I think it's a different ball game to call something a regret. Are there some things I would have done differently? Sure. But if we look at life through constantly regretting things, it can really hinder us. So here's a thick rim. It's really nice on the back. So this might just be like an uncirculated 70s coin, but I hope it's something better. Yeah, it's like a high-end 1996. I won't bother showing it because I'm not going to keep it. South Round Metal Detecting, you got the 100K button. Yeah, I have the silver play button. It's in my other room here. I have it displayed. I got the last version of the silver play button not too long before they rolled out the new design. Let me put this up just slightly here. Okay. And so the weird thing is now, if it ever happens, if I ever get to 1 million subscriptions, I'm going to have mismatched play buttons because now they used to make a physical play button, that's like silver plated over copper, I believe, and it's in a plaque. Now it's all one piece, and it's unfortunate because it's probably easier to produce. They call it a play button, but it's set down in the plaque itself. It's actually a play plaque. It's not a play button because the whole plaque and the button are one solid piece, which I don't like. I don't like that YouTube did that, but maybe it's just me. So if I ever get to 1 million subscribers, I'm going to have a silver play button and a gold play plaque. Yeah, so that's pretty weird. But the cool thing is, YouTube, it's like weird. Play buttons are actually collectible. Like I could sell my play button. Now the 100K play button isn't, I mean, a lot of people have them these days, but the gold play buttons, man, I mean, like people buy them. Like even like the 100,000 subscription ones, like people will buy play buttons. It's crazy. Not that I would sell mine, but it's just kind of funny. Oh, I got to look at some comments here. I've been getting away from it, but still going through the rolls. Haven't found anything crazy yet. I need to get a drink here a second. Vote JD 2020. Please don't. I don't want to be president. I wouldn't be able to please everyone on both sides in the world. I got a really weird rim here, almost like there's some extra silver on the edge, but there's copper on the side. This is really bizarre. You'll probably see it here. Let me try getting another angle on this. Let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sixth one in. It's a really odd rim. You see all that extra white on it? That's really bizarre. I don't know what's going on there. If it's like slightly painted on the edge or like plated more. It doesn't look like a typical 40%er. Maybe it's just a really weird clad edge. Somebody's saying it's a 40%er. I don't know. It's weird. Like my gut tells me no, but it could be. And there's a thicker one next to it. I'm going to check. Check that first. No, it's just a nice 79. So let's check it out. No, I was right. It's not silver. It's got a bizarre edge on it. The other side's normal. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. See that? But check this side out. That is weird. I have no idea. That's a bizarre edge. I've never seen one like that, ever. That's weird. I just knew it didn't have the right silver look to it. I knew something was just off about it, but I still couldn't tell you what. It's weird. First video I remember of yours was the drug dealer. Oh, then the tree one. Yeah, the drug dealer one. That was the first video I ever had on my channel that got a lot of views. A lot of people found me through that video way back in the beginning of 2015, I think it was. That's the first time my channel ever really took off. I went from like, I don't know, like until that video came out, I think I still had under 10,000 subscriptions. That's what pushed me over. So up until early 2015, my channel was relatively small compared to what it is now. And that's how a lot of people found me, through the metal detecting community and just various treasure hunters across the internet. Somebody said it's a counterfeit coin. No, it looks good. It looks good, the rest of it. I don't think it is. Have you ever lost a coin metal detecting? Yeah. I've lost stuff out of my pouches. If you check back a few months of my video, the video is titled Metal Detecting 1800s House, Big Mistake. I put a coin in my pouch that wasn't tucked in the whole way, and it was a really special one to me. I found an Indian head penny that had been shot and had a huge hole, like not a huge bubble through the back of it where somebody shot it, and I lost it on my permission. Yeah. So yeah, I've lost coins. I have other stories with that as well. There's like a bunch of 2000s in this roll. $71D Bicentennial. So here's actually a funny story. I had a lot of stuff in my pouch. This was back when I lived in Pennsylvania, and it was kind of bulging out like the front because I wear like the more so sort of like technically some people could call it a fanny pack, but it has a lot of pouches on the sides of it. And I have a camo one, And like the older pouches, like when they get heavy, if you put a lot of coins in the front of them, they'll kind of bulge forward. And I like jumped off of a parking area that kind of like stepped down off of like a log into a field. And it was kind of, a little bit steep. So when I kind of like lunged over, I didn't realize that I lost like all the coins and good stuff in the front of my pouch I'd already been detecting for like almost 2 hours. Like I had a pouch full, like some wheat pennies and all kinds of stuff. And I realized like I while I was detecting, I went to put something in my pouch and everything was gone. And the grass where I first started was like a foot high. And I'm like, I'm never going to find this stuff. But I did figure out, well, maybe it's where I like bent over or like made a fast move. So I'm like, yeah, maybe when I came down over the bank, that's when it all came out. And it did. I located it with the detector, found them all. Go figure, long story short, I'm glad I didn't give up trying to find what I had lost, because one of the wheat pennies was to date the rarest one I've ever found. It was in really bad shape, but it was a 1909 S. There was no VDB on the back, but that's still a very rare coin, and that's one of the ones that I dropped. So it was lost and found and lost and found. And it took a while. The grass was high. They were like spread out. It took me like 20 minutes to locate the spot to begin with, and then I had to pick through the tall grass and use the detector to find all the signals. It was not easy. Not easy. Next roll. Not looking like anything here. I hope we get some silver out of this box. It is really raining out there right now. Your next detect out of state, you should head up to Salem, Massachusetts for some door knocking. Lots of history. Lots of history. Yeah. I mean, anywhere up north, really. Since I do a lot of stuff, with my own business, and I take care of the farmhouse here and a lot of different stuff, it's really hard for me to get away right now for more than like 2 to 3 days at a time. That's just why I haven't traveled back up into the deep north yet. Just a lack of time at the moment. But I will eventually here schedule out some longer trips, and I will plan on making some epic videos when I get into traveling more. I mean, my channel's literally been focused on where I can get to within several hours of my house, and sometimes up to like 5 hours. But when I pull the plug on some things and say forget everything else, I'm just hitting the road, and who cares about everything else, right? And then I'll be able to put out some really awesome content that I'm passionate about, for like what I kind of want to do in my travels. So we'll see. Nope, no new car yet. It's actually on the way, believe it or not. I test drove one today. I've been looking around randomly, just building my education and just trying to get an idea for different stuff. I went from some crossover SUVs to some subcompact cars, comparing like comfortable driving long distances versus like more economical. I test drove a Toyota Yaris today. It's a pretty cool car for one on the cheaper end. It's probably one of the best cheaper subcompact cars, or at least the favorite one I've been in, but I don't think it's going to be very comfortable for long trips. So I'm going to have to sacrifice getting better gas mileage to get something that's probably a little bit more comfortable. I was thinking about getting a Nissan Rogue Sport for a while. I still might. It's kind of at the top. It's up there for what I'm leaning towards. And one I've been given some thought also, because I kind of like it, is the Honda, the HRV, not the CRV. So it's a little smaller, a little easier to maneuver, a little bit better on gas mileage. I haven't decided yet, but this year I do plan on getting a new vehicle for traveling. A 2020 Subaru Outback. By the way, I'm just starting the last half of the box. I test drove a Subaru, what's it called? A Crosstrek. I don't want to say I don't like the Subarus. I can't get used to them. The sort of pulley system that they use for their engines. I don't like how you have to keep applying pressure to the gas. I like cars more that cruise. I test drove the Crosstech, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that it handled. I don't think I would enjoy it for traveling long distances. I couldn't get used to the different style of the Subarus. I really couldn't. So probably not going to go with the Subaru. Oh, I see Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Dan Duncan said, so you don't check coins for your community. What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean for like people like that want to like see my opinion on if something's rare that they have? I do sometimes. Like people I know well. It's in people that comment on the channel a lot that are like on new uploads, and I see a lot of their comments. I try to help out when I can. It's really tricky because a lot of like my coin tutorials have gone like, especially my video that's gone majorly viral, like on pennies. I literally get people from all over the world that send me questions constantly all day. I just can't physically, I cannot comment and help everybody. Like a lot of people just want to throw out a pile of coins, like tell me what all these are worth. And to be honest, a lot of people aren't very kind about it, and they get upset when I don't respond to them. I'm only one person, and I'll already put as much effort as I can into the channel, into helping people overall. So I don't make any promises as far as trying to identify coins for specific people in the community. Otherwise, it would consume my entire life. And I don't want to come across as mean, but I kind of have to say that how it is, because I literally can't help everyone. And I do extend help as I can out to people. And I have, and I guess that's another springboard for to try to get stuff honed in a little bit more for people who are more community based and not just random people throwing out questions that I can't always respond to. I started a Facebook group that is focused around treasure hunting, but not just metal detecting, about coin collecting and error coins, anything, any type of treasure hunting, gemstones, gold prospecting. I don't care what it is. I want it to be like a treasure variety channel, like a variety Facebook group. And that way, like-minded people will be on the group. So even when I don't answer questions, you may run across somebody else in the group that has some knowledge that they can help you with. So the Facebook group is called Adventures Extraordinaire. If somebody who's already part of it could post a link, that would be great. If anybody has a link to the group, if not, I'll have to go grab it from the Facebook group real quick and post it. I have to approve everyone who wants into the group, so I try to get to those, every couple days. I may do it tonight if anybody else joins the group from the live stream here. So it's called Adventures Extraordinaire on Facebook. So if nobody has the link here in a second, I'll go grab it for you all and I'll post it in there. Hey Keith, how you doing? Elizabeth, trying to keep up with the chat here a little bit. I'm into the next roll. We're into the bottom half. It's been on a little dry spell here. I haven't really seen anything good here in a while yet. It's a little meager on the box. I don't think we're going to hit much silver. Hopefully we at least get one or two here toward the end. If you're just coming in, I got a really awesome toned coin, like 4 NIFCs. Oh, I forgot to show that uncirculated 1994 that I pulled out. This one might be from a mint set, not a proof coin, but a mint set. This was an ender, actually. It does, unfortunately, have a coin machine mark, the circular mark. It's not really bad, but I hate that on the uncirculated coins. Yeah, very reflective. It's a very nice 1994. We'll set that one aside. We've been going at it for an hour and 20 minutes. Not looking like anything crazy here. Another 1994. Little purple hue on that bicentennial. Man, I might set that one aside too. It likes, man, that I know a lot of the half dollars have an issues with kind of with the die clash, but man, that one's really prominent. I'm going to set that one aside. Maybe I'll show that later. $79, $94, $81, $82. Nothing there. Okay, let me go ahead and... Okay, Nick posted the group for the link for the Facebook group. I appreciate that, Nick. So if you don't see the link, scroll up a little bit. Nick Molnar posted the Facebook group link. Thank you, Nick. I'll try to put it in the channel description when I'm done with this, if I remember, for anybody that's watching the stream after the fact. Yep, Nick just posted it again. Thanks, Nick. You heard about the new discriminating pinpointer? I haven't. What is it called? That is awesome. I knew eventually they had to come out with one because, I mean, Sunray had the technology ages ago. It's a nice 1994. And they stopped making them. I still have a Sunray probe. They're like collectible now. I bought my probe for like $210 back in like 2013. No, 2014 maybe. I don't remember. Like a long time ago. They still used for like $350 now. They're so rare. If you have one that still works, they became a collector's item because they're in such high demand. And people want one for their mind labs, for their e-track. All right. I got a really weird one here. The rim is thick, and I'll show you the second one in. It's got a little bit of a copper tone, but then there's like some like greenish yellow on it. I hope it's like a really weird toned proof. Second one in. Let's see. Let's try to get it to focus here a second. Okay, let's try it this way. See that second one in? That's really weird. I don't know about that. Yeah, what is it? No, this is not toning. It's got to be a gasoline coin. Weird bubble on it there. Yeah, that's weird. So the rim just kind of turned yellow. That's crazy. It's got a little funky around the edges on the front too. That's weird. Honda. Nothing else in there. Oh, Raymond said you didn't see my super chat. Did I miss it? Let me scroll up. Ah, I did miss it. Well, thank you for commenting again. Let's get to that right now. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Oh yeah. Hey John, it came today. Thank you. Okay, I'm glad it made it. So it was Ray that bought a metal detector off of me, one of my used ones. It was the Racer 2 that I found the breastplate with. Well, he has it now. So he has my used Racer 2 that I found my breastplate with. And appreciate you sending that super chat. So let me know how that detector works out for you. I put the manual. I put everything in there. I had everything. So you should be all set to go. Let's get you the sticky, though. I didn't recognize your username at first until you commented and said it came today. I'm like, oh, it's Ray. Awesome. I'll put this up there in a second. Boom, boom. Let's scroll back down. Oh, what's gasoline coins? I think they're just coins that have gasoline on them. Like, I don't know, if people drop them at a gas station or something. And I don't know. Like, I call them gasoline coins because sometimes you see coins that have literally had gasoline on them. It's not some fancy term for something else. I mean, it's literally a gasoline coin. They pop up from time to time. Next roll. All right. Now, I thought for a second this 1972 was like an old gold-plated one where most of the gold rubbed off, but it's not. Nick made another super chat for 15 Canadian. Hope you find a 1970 silver half in that box. I hope I do too, but honestly, it's not looking real good. But I appreciate that. Let me get you another sticky. Nick's still the highest single super chatter, who looks like at the end of the night he may be subscriber of the month up on our industrial Kmart sign. There's another marked coin. So if you're super chatting in USD to beat Nick, you got to beat $11.37 or greater. Nothing in that roll. Let me get Nick written down here. Again. Awesome. Alrighty. We may as well stick these up now before I forget. Raymond 61 and Nick. You should hear the rain outside right now, and the ground's already saturated. We're going to have some flooding here. I'm pretty certain of it. We've already had some flooding, hit and miss over the last week. It's getting pretty bad here with the rain. I've never seen anything like this since I've lived here. But then again, if this was snow, if temps were cold enough here in Tennessee this year, where this was all snow over the last 4 weeks, we would probably have 2 feet of snow, and I am not exaggerating, maybe even more. It's been absolutely insane here. All right, next roll. Do I have a metal roof? Yeah, the roof is, it's actually an aluminum roof. Aluminum roof, and just has like a certain kind of sealant on it. I wasn't really familiar with it until I moved into here. I'd never known of it before. But yeah, it's actually an aluminum roof. But whoever has made, I mean, this place was maintained pretty well before I moved in. Through Winter Storm Diego and the ice freezing all over the roof and thawing and getting like a foot of snow on, the addition and on the original part of the house, I never got a drop of water inside. No problem with drainage, with freezing damage around the edges of getting behind the walls. So I think we're good. At least for now. I'll have to have the roof checked on probably over the next year. I know when I had this place inspected, they said it wasn't sealed 100% around the chimney, that it could use some work. I'm going to have to check the attic real good to make sure there's nothing coming in. Kind of got a gold-toned bicentennial that is near uncirculated. I'm going to toss it back, though. It's nothing too special. Another marked coin, that time in red. I'm checking the 1983s now for no FG. That one has a weak FG. It's very faint, but It has to be missing to keep it. All right. Next roll. Where did I get Scooby? I got him from a fair. I won him playing basketball at a fair. I always win a prize when I shoot hoops at a fair. I always have to. Can't leave without a prize. Yeah, Nick, I'm in the farmhouse. I never moved into the townhouse fully. I used it as like a secondary space. I thought I was going to move into it for a while, but I never moved into it full time. I don't know if I ever said that I did. I don't think I did. I might have alluded to it. But the way it ended up is it ended up that my parents moved in here with me for about, I can't even remember, like 7 months or something. They lived here for a while, and then they ended up moving down in there. So I was really busy for quite a while where they were living here with me. And I know my mom was, I don't know if she's still here. She's in the chat. Yeah. Bernie DeMauro is my mom. And she's in the chat right now. Yep, she's still there. Another 1983. It's got the FG on the back. Nothing there. All right. We've been here for an hour and a half. Time seems to be slowing down. Yes, Henry. Mum's the word. I usually do say mum. Blazing Hill said, what are we looking for? We are generally looking for silver, but I'll also take a proof coin. Anything that's a blatant error, we're just looking for goodies. But yeah, generally, I look for silver in these $50 boxes. Haven't had much success tonight, or any success in the silver department, but I found a few nice collector's coins so far. Nothing significantly valuable or rare, may I add. Got a thick rim here. Might be something good. Nope, just a higher grade 1996. Yeah, if you're just coming in, thanks, Luke. I haven't even said that yet tonight. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. We're up to 130 likes. Get it up to 150. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I'm working on a bunch more videos, so there'll be more stuff rolling out. I might post one tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Not sure. Oh, boosted up right up to 145. Awesome. Got a nice one here. Nope, just a nice 1996. What do you do when you're not detecting or counting? I like to play basketball, and I like to exercise outside, just going like hikes and stuff like that. I'm always educating myself, watching other YouTube videos, or reading, that type of stuff. I do a lot of research and looking at other videos and materials. I just like to, and I run my own business. I do a lot of packing stuff, a lot of packing packages. And I have another YouTube channel that I just recently started that I'm working on some content for that's based on Christianity. And I know Luke was in here posting the link to it if anybody's interested in subscribing to it. I was thinking about doing, I may do like one video that's similarly themed on this channel as just sort of a springboard so people know the other channel exists throughout most of my subscribers. Yeah, you can go subscribe to it now if you want. There's a few videos up to it, but I haven't really gotten it sort of rolling yet. I just started to kind of get it going. Clint said, what is my business? I've bought and sold coins on the internet since I was like 18 years old. I've kind of phased more so out of coins. I sell a lot of paper money now, primarily like Zimbabwe hyperinflation banknotes. Man, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. But I'm really big into the Zimbabwe paper money. I'm also a small-scale real estate investor. I got into cryptocurrencies for a while, but I decided to phase out of that. I just kind of toyed around with it, and I like to educate myself on stuff like that. So I did some swing trading and stuff like that over the time. Made a little bit of money last year on it, but I quit doing that. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. All over the place. Have I ever thought about pallet flipping? I think somebody asked me about that. I have zero interest. I focus on smaller items, especially since I don't like clutter. And when you're like an antique picker or somebody who's doing pallets in large volume of random items, it can take over your life and your space. And I just don't like it. I already have enough stuff going on. I have no interest in getting into any type of buying or selling where you have to focus on unique items, selling one of a OOAK items, as you call them, one of a kind. I have no interest in doing that. I focus on trying to market single volume of single types of products. That's more so what I do. And I've been able to manage building a business myself and never really, and being successful with it, but never having to expand space. Focusing on smaller items like coins and paper money and stuff like that. It's served me well. In YouTube, like there's no inventory. So I've tried to focus on things that don't complicate my life any further. All right, Jackie, see you later. Very funny, Mark. That's going here soon. I've got a bad habit. Like it always looks scruffy and patchy because like when I'm like focusing on something or watching something, I kind of start stroking it and then I'll like start plucking at it. So I mean, my little goatee's always a mess. I'm about to shave it off here shortly. It's about to go, and then maybe I'll groom it real nice and let it do its thing, and maybe we'll grow it in real nice and thick or something. But yeah, man, I'll tell you what, these rolls have been dry. They're getting dry. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to pick out something good. Just not happening. Might have to wait for another box for me to hit some silver. I had 1983 here that the rim's like abnormally thick. I don't know what's up with that. It does have the FG on it, so I don't know. I met Lamp Lady over here. She's cool. Yeah, that's cool that you got to meet her over there. All right. Yeah, I haven't been to the UK yet. I'll have to do that in my when I start to travel more. I got my passport, so I'm ready to go. Yeah, very funny, Dan. I wouldn't have to worry about that because my head's always shaved. Well, it could be shaved further. It's not technically shaved the whole way down, but it's cut super, super low. I found a 1913 wheat penny and a 1944 wheat penny in pocket change and read this comment. I don't know what you mean there at the end, but yeah, what 1913 and change, that is sweet. That's an old one. What is the picture on the wall behind me? That's not a picture. That is an actual. Well, I don't know if you mean this here. That's like a kind of like a stallion. That's a stop sign, a real stop sign. Ew. You got two coins stuck together. That was nasty. I'll pick the other one up later. Some kind of gunk. I don't know how much they pay. Like, I don't know how reasonable AppMex is. I've bought from them before, and I like them because they normally treat their customer service is pretty good. Like, I've bought bullion bags of Mercury dimes before, and there's been a few silver Roosevelt dimes mixed in, which sometimes happens on bullion lots. But I want to make sure I get what I pay for. And on the silver Roosevelt dimes, they don't sell for as much as a premium. So I got like 3 or 4 of them in a bag one time, a long time ago. And I just emailed them. I said, hey, I got a bag of Mercury dimes, and there were some other ones mixed in. And, I just wanted to make sure that I had all Mercury dimes. And they didn't even require me to send them back. They literally just, literally in the mail, they sent me like 3 or 4 more silver Mercury dimes to make sure that I got what I paid for in my order. So I like them as far as buying from them, just because from my experience, their customer service has been pretty good. But for selling silver, sometimes there's some refiners online that will pay very close, if not spot price, depending on how the market is for metals at the time. Ew, what's that? Some piece of like felt or some kind of weird something on the end of that roll. So basically your main business or life sustainability comes through your working with currencies. Hold on one second. Okay, that's just a major machine mark. I thought I had an error there for a second. Yes, it's shifted over the years. I would say, yes, you would say my primary occupation would be selling foreign currencies. It's pretty much just the Zimbabwe hyperinflation currency. I've been involved in that market for a long time. So I'm kind of a staple in that market. So that's one of the main things that I do. And yes, I would say then like sort of real estate. I would say YouTube is kind of like number 2. And then the real estate investing is sort of like my number 3 source of income. So that's my top 3 sources of income is the currency business, which is kind of phased out of coins. You can kind of still call it a coin business because I do still sell coins. I don't buy any more inventory. I'm still liquidating some stuff that I've had from over the years. I might make a video sometime for you guys of like stuff that I have. If anybody wants to buy anything that I still got lying around that's in storage. But yeah, it's I've done a lot of different things over the years. We got this roll and then 5 more left. Man, really messing up my cuticles here. That's getting sore from peeling these rolls open. That was already raw. Man, the pain of coin roll hunting. Alrighty. Nothing there. Hopefully on the next live stream, the box is a lot better. You see this other box under here. It's probably going to be the next one. Mom wants my pillow. I missed the con. Oh, I see that. That's funny. You like that, huh? It's a nice pillow. $6.40 at Kmart going out of business. And that's 60% off. So that thing was overpriced to start with. That's for sure. Not looking like anything here, guys. Slim pickings. There's another marked coin. Oh, wow. You guys have been busy. 177 likes now. You guys have been busy. It was just 130 like 20 minutes ago. But the stream, I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. Probably about another 15 minutes. So if nobody makes a super chat donation of $11.37 or more, Nick is going to be our subscriber of the month on her plaque there. There's a nice 2001. Too bad it's not a 2002. I try not to be super repetitive on the live streams, and like I don't know how often I should repeat things with new people coming into the stream. So I just kind of say like if you want to see what's going on, just kind of rewatch the stream a little bit, I guess, after I'm not live. So I try not to constantly repeat myself. Nope, no silver yet. Somebody called me a mooching loser. You're funny. If you consider a voluntary transaction mooching, then I guess it is. But that's just more of what I come up with instead of I'm actually selling something. See, it's advertising. I am selling this is actually a product. I am selling placement. That's what this is here. See, I don't just say, send money to my PayPal or donate to me. No, if you do a super chat, you get a sticky. I physically get up and put it on the wall. You may say it's a ripoff, but hey, it is what it is. You cannot tell somebody else what something else is worth because something is worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. And that is how markets regulate themselves. That's how the world works. So if everybody doesn't like me and everybody thinks I'm a mooch and everybody thinks I'm trying to rip everyone off, then nobody would do it. But the proof is in the content, and I try to put out good videos and put out a product that people enjoy. I put over 1,000 YouTube videos out, and to my surprise, somewhere along the line, people started watching them, and here I am. So there you go. That's why I wouldn't make a good president, because I just say things how they are, and I have a very hard time trying to pander to various groups and mindsets. I try to be respectful, but honesty is number one. Number one. So that's why I would make a terrible politician. Oh boy. We got 2 super chats that came here at like the same time. Dan Duncan, $20. I appreciate that, Dan. I really appreciate that. And right after the $20 from Dan Duncan, Mr. Ray sent $15 USD. I appreciate that, guys. There's no message with them. I'm going to go ahead and get the stickies written out right now. Dan Duncan. And I just thought it would be a fun idea. I bought that sign for $5 from the Kmart that's going out of business, which I'm making an in-depth video on that is nostalgic / comedic / shopping haul. It's going to be one of the most unique videos on my channel so far, but I think it's good. I don't even know what the definition of good is anymore. I can get pretty wacky, but it's not a fully wacky video, but there's definitely some humor in it. I guess I won't give too much away. Hold on. Let me get, whoa, the chat's flying here. Chat's flying. Rayman 61. There we go. All right. So yeah, anyway, I bought that sign for $5 and I thought it was a cool idea. I'm like, I wanted to buy someone. I wanted a piece of the industrial equipment from the Kmart going out of business, because Kmart pretty soon is going to be like non-existent. They're going to be a thing of the past. Nationwide, they have, I think, 202 locations left. I've done a lot of research on it. And I've been going through all these old Kmart commercials in preparation for this video and putting clips in and doing all sorts of different things. And they're just one of the most annoying companies. I don't know any other way to put it. They never updated. Their advertisement is just like, it's so out of touch. And like, how would you explain it? It's just like these crazy, awful, annoying jingles about people being exciting about being consumers. And everything I've looked at about Kmart over the years, they've done like everything wrong as humanly possible as they could. And now, unfortunately, as everything gets corporatized, they're just like this heartless conglomerate that is just like of trying to put out this brand image of like somehow it's like they're the friendly neighborhood store when like there's no remnants of anything left that's even remotely personal, unless there's some, singularly good employees or something like that. But that doesn't count. It's not like the brand. Okay, rant over. I'll get these stickies up here in a second. All right. I went on a little rant there. Kmart just closed down over my way also, JD. Yeah, it was funny. When I lived in Knoxville, the Kmart was closing when I lived there in, well, they were open for a while, but they were closing down in 2017 or 16. And now the one that's where I moved to, now they're closing down. They're on the way out. Yeah, Sue, blue light specials. They've revived that thing so many times because they've ran out of ideas. All they know how to do is, here's a blue light special. Come get a discount. I don't know how anything else to do other than say, wow, here's a deal. Come shop here. Wow. It's like they don't know how to do anything else. Like there's no plan. It's just a corporate, like, soulless shout at people about good deals. And how they should be excited about a product. It's been the same since the 1970s. They haven't been able to hold a coherent brand image together. What's the main slogan? I can't even remember it. It's so non-memorable. They just come up with these weird catchphrases that you can't even remember. Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, and the one's like, lowest price is a Kmart price. It's like just really bad. Really bad. Oh, and there's a really dirty one at the end of this roll, by the way. Only 2 rolls left. I know this last half of this box has been extremely uneventful. Yeah, and yeah, the Sears where I live in Fayetteville, Arkansas is gone. Yeah, all the Sears are going out with the Kmart because all the Kmarts are now owned by Sears Holding. And Sears and Kmart over the last, like, especially since 2000 and when was the last time they filed bankruptcy? They have several times, but they've been in decline for the last many years. And all like the Sears and ew, that's awful. Okay, I gotta hold that the other way. So yeah, the Kmart is owned by Sears Holdings now, and yeah, more stuff in here. Get out of my roll. They're owned. The Kmart's owned by Sears Holding, and they're both closing stores rapidly. Let's check this nice one out here. It's just a nice 1990. Unfortunately, nothing good. One more roll back in there. JCPenney is gone. Payless is gone too. Is Payless gone? Wow, did that happen fast? I thought they were still around. Are they gone, or are they going gone? On their way out. Here's a fire coin. Was that the one I was just holding up? Was that in the last roll? Oh, yeah, I showed the front of it. Here's the back. It's got a bubble in it. So when you see a coin that has a bubble on both sides, like it's not an indentation, that means it's been exposed to high heat, like in a fire. It expands from the inside out a lot of the time. So if you have a bubble on 2 sides of a coin that's in the same spot, most likely it was in a fire. Toys R Us, yeah, they could make a comeback. I don't know. They seem to stay at least more up to date than like Kmart. It's crazy. A lot of their locations are like look the same from when I was like 5 years old. I'm not kidding. Like 25 years. They're like identical. Who's going to replace my broken Craftsman tools now? Hey, I don't know. I was going to do a detecting video on that. I found a Craftsman, like a screwdriver, something metal detecting that was all rusted. It was probably 30 years old. I was going to send it in and see if they replace it. Lifetime warranty. Just saying. Yeah, lifetime for the American taxpayers, I guess. That means we'll keep paying it for everybody else's bankruptcies. See, I would make a terrible president. Or some people may say it'd be a good president, but in the current climate and the day and age we live in, I wouldn't stand a chance. Last roll. And then I'm going to stick around for a while. So let's set this roll here for a second and get a drink. Yeah, I think, doesn't Lowe's do stuff with Craftsman? I think you're right. They might be the new home. Yeah, right. Finding anything good? $50 make you holler is here. No, that box was, well, I got one roll left. That box was an absolute dud on the silver. I got 4 NIFCs. Let's do a brief recap here before I open the last thing. I got one of the most crazy toned coins I've ever seen that I actually think might be a natural toning. It's got like a lime green, a fluorescent pink, and some yellow going around the edge. It doesn't look like gasoline, so I'm not sure how that happened, but it's pretty cool. Really cool. And a little bit on the obverse. It's a lot more faint, but you can kind of see it right there. I got 4 NIFCs. 2 of them are uncirculated. The nicest one is probably this 2012. Okay, come on there. My head's in the way. There we go. There we go. I was having trouble focusing there for a second. So that was probably the nicest one. I got a 1994 P uncirculated, which might be from a mint set because it's very shiny. Got a hold coin, a couple weird ones. That's about it. It's been a little slim pickings on that roll, but I had a good time spending this evening here with everyone. 196 likes, 4 more. Let's get it over 200. So I'm going to stick around here for a little bit yet. But the top super chat is $20 US. So if nobody beats $20 for the rest of February, Dan Duncan is going to be our subscriber of the month. Right there on the yellow sign from Kmart. I put the orange paper in there. That didn't come from Kmart. The orange paper did not come from Kmart. So let's look into some comments here. Another 50 years, it might be completely toned. Yeah, it'll take a while. I'll just leave it out. I'll just leave it out on the table for the next 50 years until I'm 80. Hey, Keith from Jacksonville, Florida. Good to see you. Yeah, put my old silver in an old canvas bag for 100 years. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. If anybody looks into the story about how the Morgan dollars got the crazy toning, it was a specific chemical reaction. That was cool to research how some of those crazy rainbow toned Morgans came about. It's worth looking into. That's actually, I'm a sucker for those. I don't have any right now, but I love those old rainbow toned Morgans. Those things are amazing. Last roll, 1 Franklin, 1 Walker. I hope so. I doubt it because this box has been meager. All right. Tech tutorials, we didn't find any silver, so you didn't miss anything as far as the excitement of unearthing, not unearthing because I didn't pull them out of the earth, unboxing any silver. So apart from the chit chat, it was uneventful on the treasure, apart from a few decent things. And Christopher, TMI, he said, I buy my underwear at Kmart. Well, you better stock up because Kmart is going under. You better buy all the undies you can. So let me take a look at something here a second. Yeah, I know, Nick. You did 2 $15 super chats, but I was very specific. And I said early in the stream, I said who makes the single largest super chat. So I got to stick to my word on that or it wouldn't be fair. So I appreciate the super chats though. And I will do this. Nick posts some videos on his YouTube channel. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. I'll post it so everybody sees the link more. It'll highlight it. Should be able to pull it up here. Nick's also in the I can't think tonight. The Facebook group that I made. So here we go. I got his channel. So I want you guys, hold on. Oh, okay, my speakers are off. Good. That would have belted some noise. Let's get the link here. So go check out Nick's channel where he's doing the videos he's been putting out recently. Coin Hunting Convenience Store Finds Episode 3. I didn't comment, Nick, but I did watch one of those that you posted in the group. So let's go ahead. That's okay. I just put Nick's link to his channel. It should be highlighted because I posted the comment. I put the link to his channel. So go subscribe to Nick. He has 78 subscriptions that I can see here. That would be awesome if we could get him up to 100 tonight. Let's do it. Can you guys do 22 more subscriptions for Nick Molnar? Did I say that right? I almost feel like it's one of those things like you want to leave out a letter, but do you just pronounce it how it is? Molnar? Molnar? I hope I said it right. Yeah, Paul, I'd love to do some mudlarking in the UK. It's getting pretty popular too. I see a lot of people like watching the videos. It's like I get them popping up my feed. I'm like, oh, more mudlarking videos. Let's go see what 2,000-year-old treasures people are pulling off the surface halfway around the world. It's like you watch so much of it, and then like you can have a habit. And you can be like, man, I live in a place where I find something that's 200 years old, and I'm like dancing. Yeah. I love to do that. That sounds so fun. I'll have to do it when I go over in the UK. I'll have to make a detour and do some mudlarking while I'm over there. That would be a lot of fun. Still saving the last roll. We're going to do that, but I'm going to stick around for a little while. So if you're here for coin roll hunting, I'm not going to go through another box tonight. I'm going to end it with this roll, but if you want to stay around and chat for a while, I'm going to stick around for a little while yet. Yeah, the same thing can happen in America. The items are just not 2,000 years old. I got a video coming up. I've got backing into the door knocking zone. I'm trying not to be picky. I'm trying to get into the zone of just being appreciative and like I'm going to get the juices flowing. It's the time of year where the ground is moist, the temps are mild. I just need to go out and I need to knock on people's doors and I need to meet people and just do some treasure hunting and do some exploring and find some parks and schools. And I just need to go exploring. And I've found some cool stuff. I had an instance where I ended up just on a weekday. I've been working on a neighborhood that's around one of the post offices I go to on a daily basis because like after I drop some packages off, I can go swing out to this neighborhood for a few hours before dark. So I ended up at a small permission that was just built like around World War II. Might have been a little bit older. Just a tiny front yard, just really tiny front yard, like maybe 5 by 5 yards wide. And, it has a sidewalk and trees were ripped out. Like a lot of these lawns, sometimes you don't find anything, but I found some old coins in the front. The guy was super nice. And so I asked him to go in the fenced in backyard. I said, hey, you mind if I check out the backyard? He let me go back there. Where the old clothesline used to be, it's kind of on a slope coming down over a hill. And so in between his property and the neighbors, you can tell when it rains, it's kind of sandy and it all washes out. I picked up 2 old coins off the surface by the old washed out clothesline. And I found a lot of other stuff back there. So I'm not going to spoil it for the video, but that's on the way. Absolutely. You can find old stuff on the surface. Well, that's not old. My mom said I found a $50 bill. Yeah, I still remember that because it was such a big amount. When I was a teenager, I found a $50 bill at a gas pump. Um, in retrospect, I was excited as a kid. I should have went in and been anonymous and said, if anybody comes in and says they lost a certain amount of money, tell me and I'll give it back to them. But I guess at that point, I was so ecstatic about finding a $50 bill, I just kept it. That was like 15 years ago. Any tips for asking permission to metal detect? If somebody could post a link to it, I mean, I've done a couple videos that discuss it. I've one at length. Actually, just type it on YouTube. There's probably just type in the psychology of asking questions, and then my video should pop up. And then I did one where I found a Morgan dollar, and then I used that as a springboard to talk about permissions. I've sprinkled it into a lot of videos. Oh, 216 likes. You guys did it. We blew over 200. So it must be circulating the people we have in the live stream. It's been consistently around 150 people, but it must be new people coming and going, keeping that number consistent. Let's see. Let's do this real quick. Nick Molnar. Let's see how many subscribers we got Nick up to here. If this is going to load. Okay. Oh, I didn't do that right. Okay, let me just copy and paste. And using the link on Social Blade should work. Didn't work. Try this again. I put in Molmar instead of Molnar. Typo. Okay, there he is. Oh, yeah. He jumped up a little bit here on subscriber count. He went from 76 to, as soon as it live updates, drum roll, 89. So, Nick, you are 11 subscribers away from 100. Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for checking out Nick's channel. Sheila said, I remember when you made 100,000 subs not long ago. Yeah, that was fun, Sheila. Actually, it was quite a while back, but I didn't get the play button until I had some complications getting my play button, and I didn't get that till like about a year ago. Yeah, right at about a year ago, I got the play button and showed it on the channel. But yep, we'll see. If all goes the way it's going now, it looks like we might be to 200,000 probably February, March. I think we might do it before April hits. That would be awesome. Nick's up to 92. This is awesome. I have the live thing up here now. All right. Okay, so I'm trying to have you ever been harassed by the cops? Harassed is a very specific word. I've had a few kind of give me some issues, a little, some of them had some attitude. No major problems. I had one without citing any laws give me some grief about hunting a public courthouse. That was just recently. I just did a video on that it was on Christmas Day. Kenneth Bell said, hey, JD, love your channel. Watch it over and over again. When hard to sleep, I put it on. Very soothing, your voices. Well, I'm glad I can help you catch some more, count some more sheep or catch some more sleep. Did I ever meet Aqua Chigger? I'm kind of scrolling up in the chat now to see kind of what I missed a little bit. Not in person. I haven't met him. I've talked to him before. No, I haven't met him in person. Maybe this year as I travel more. He's not super far away from me, so I'll reach out to him when I get into Northern Virginia. Okay. So I'm going to scroll back down and try to get to some recent comments. We need to have a JD meet and greet. That would take a lot of effort for me to pull off trying to set up by myself. I mean, because I am a sole YouTube creator. So it's kind of tricky for me to do stuff like that and plan it all out. I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. Oldest coin for Josh said that. Do you mean like, do I own that I found? I have Roman coins, but I didn't find them. My oldest coin metal detecting is a roughly late 1600s Japanese coin. I believe it's Japanese, not Chinese. Yeah, late 1600s Japanese coin I found metal detecting. I found a King George II halfpenny, which is like early to mid 1700s. I found that in Tennessee. Oldest U.S. coin is an 1810 classic head large cent I found in the fall of last year. What's the story behind the multicolored Scooby-Doo? I mentioned it briefly earlier in the stream. Every time I go to a fair, I come back with a prize from playing basketball because I love basketball. So he came from a fair like 3 years ago. So he just became a backdrop for some of my videos, became kind of just like a channel mascot or something. It's kind of started out as a joke, but some people mentioned him. So I ended up putting him in behind as a backdrop for the live streams. Do I prefer detecting or coin roll hunting? I absolutely prefer metal detecting. I like coin roll hunting for the silver, but I do it more so for the interaction. I like the element that it adds to the channel and for me getting to talk to everyone else in these live streams here. But personally, I absolutely positively love metal detecting much more than coin roll hunting. So yes, metal detecting is above coin roll hunting for me. So on the live streams, I primarily do $50, and sometimes I do regular uploads, but I've been turning the coin roll hunting more into like live stream features and keeping the metal detecting more kind of like separate from that. I think it's turned out pretty good. I don't know. You guys tell me. Have you liked, the way the channel's been going with doing the metal detecting uploads and then the coin roll hunting live and then my oddball video here and there? I mean, I think it's been going pretty good, but I guess that's more so up to you guys. Yeah, exactly. You can't find gold coins, coin roll. Well, you could. That would be extremely rare. Or seeded coins, coin roll hunting so much. However, metal detecting, you can find them much easier, yes. And there's just something about unearthing something that was dropped hundreds of years ago, just digging it up. There's something that's the feeling's not replaceable. Fresh air, sunshine, nice people, out hunting. Absolutely. I love just being out, just here in nature. Like since I'm in Tennessee, there's not a lot of good like woods hunting and stuff like that. It's a lot of farmland down here, and in the wooded areas, like a lot of times there never was any home sites or cellar holes or a lot of activity on foot through many areas. So I'm really a little bit out of my element as far as having really remote areas to metal detect, but hopefully if I make it further up north for more extended periods of time, I'll be able to just zone out and go into the woods and in farm fields where you can find older stuff and just make some awesome videos for you guys. Swing or starve are the best. Yeah, swing or starve, dig or die, kind of use it interchangeably. They're a lot of work, man. That ain't easy. That is not easy. Like, cause I don't skimp. Like when I make those episodes, it's real. Cause I want the drama aspect of it to be genuine. So like, that isn't easy. It's not easy. And also I like looking for older stuff. So to do one of those episodes, I literally have to allot specific time to it. Okay, but actually before I forget, I'm going to stick around for a while, but I'll open this last roll while everybody's here. Looks like a dud like the rest. Let's try here. Nothing there. I will be back in 1 second. I'm going to rinse my hand off a little bit. It is nasty. Hold down the fort. Alrighty. Remember I told you guys I hate when you're coin roll hunting and your hand gets that kind of dusty feeling. Like it sends chills through my body after a while. I have to rinse my hand off. I hate when it gets that like kind of dry, dusty kind of feel. But I figured while I was in the other room, I'd grab show you a sneak peek of something cool I found. One of the detecting hunts, the hunt that I'm about to post when I was detecting with Vic, when we found the token sort of cache. Here's something cool. This will be a little sneak peek for people 2 hours into the live stream. It's just a cool relic. I don't want to give away too much like the stuff I found, but here's an awesome, like maybe late Victorian style drawer pull. Might be a little bit newer. Could be Art Deco. I'm not really sure, but it's probably at least about 100 years old anyway. But check out the design on that. Get my hand behind it. Or yeah, let's put it behind the blue here. Actually, that works better. See-through. It doesn't want to focus good. Isn't that crazy, though? I like relics like that. Brass. Very cool. I like really fancy. They just don't make stuff like that anymore. So there was a little sneak peek for you guys. I mean, my bathroom's full of relics right now. There was a torn down home site where it burned down on the corner lot the people owned next to the Victorian house that this guy has lived in. He's third generation living in the house. And there's one that burnt down next door that they own the lot. And there was so much stuff in this yard, especially from the burned down house. We found the token cache. We found tons of old coins. Probably between the two, yeah, a lot of old coins. I'm not exaggerating. I probably dug 20 pounds, almost 20 pounds of metal. There was a lot of big household relic / trash stuff, like a huge 3-pound brass spigot, like a lot of heavy stuff, like lead seals from an old toilet. Like all the trash from the house that burnt down is still there. So I don't know what else is on that property, but we're going to have to go back sometime. Or whoever goes back, or if I go back with Jerry, or I meet up with Vic, or I go back myself, or one of us. So we got to make it back out there somehow, sometime, because there's a lot more stuff on that property. We did our best to coin shoot it in the area that was putting out all the old coins, but there's still tons of old trash and relics out there that you just have to dig it all up to see what it is. I'm curious. I want to know what else is there. Let's see. Do you ever wonder how someone could lose a coin like a $50 and not realize it? I commonly think about that, especially like silver dollars. Yeah, how did they not locate it after they dropped it, especially in a lawn? You'd have to think that before the days that things were, like gas powered and stuff like that, I would assume people didn't cut their lawns as often. You had the old reel mowers, and before that, I don't know what people, did. People used to have a sickle out there swinging away. But maybe the grass was high. In remote areas, I can see you drop it and then you can't retrace your steps, and nobody else wanders stumbles on it. So it just kind of blends in and goes lost over the years. But yeah, like when you find big silver coins in somebody's lawn, you're like, how did they never recover that? Like, how did somebody else not see it before it sunk under the ground? And a lot of times, if the lawn's more muddy or, something like that, you drop it, somebody steps on it, it may go half under the ground. There might just be an edge sticking out. A few more people step on it, it disappears. And then just over the years, sinks 4 or 5 inches down and it's gone. In my day, we cut the lawn with our teeth. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, that too, right? I find a lot of those Merry Widows tins. I think a lot of people buried those. I don't know. I probably won't go into it too much in the live stream. I don't know if some people were too embarrassed and they just didn't want their kids to like randomly find them or something, so they buried them in the backyard. I don't know. Always find them like those tins like really deep, like somebody buried them purposely, like a foot deep. It's like, why is it the whole way down there? Do I think the odds of silver and coin roll hunting is diminishing due to more people doing it? Yes, absolutely. And people that make videos like myself are making it harder on ourselves. So sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, also the basic elapsing of time as well. I mean, every year that goes past, there's less silver in circulation, so it's just getting hard overall. It's more of about the thrill of the hunt for me, so I'm not worried about conserving it and not sharing the hobby just so I can find more silver. Have I detected an open field? I don't do a lot of field hunting. I have hunted fields before. Most of the ones I've hunted have been uneventful. I hunted a bean field, like a soybean field, a couple years ago. Found some farm iron. I did randomly find a mercury dime out in the field, old fired bullets, that sort of thing. I hunted a farm field, around the 1700s, a house with Vic. That was last year. We found some flat buttons and stuff like that. Nothing too fantastic, but the field hunting is not as good here in Tennessee as some the further states, to further northeast areas from where I live. The yards are more productive around here, so I'd rather get a handful of old coins from around World War II around the houses around here than looking out in the middle of nowhere in areas where there's not a lot. Now, the Civil War hunting is pretty good around here. It's just not my main focus, but I do find Civil War relics, and I may do more of that this year, trying to research more Civil War locations. Oh, let me close that and that. Okay. In my grandpa's day, they had an old push mower from the 1930s. Okay, guys, up until like 5 years ago, like on the one property I used to live at in Chattanooga, I still used a reel mower. I just don't like a lot of gas-powered stuff, and I wanted the workout at the time too. In retrospect, I should have just got a little push mower, would have made life a lot easier. But I've used and abused myself with a reel mower. Scott still sells them. You can still buy brand new reel mowers. Yeah. Muscle powered lawn mowing. Yeah, my mom just commented too. She's still here. I just got rid of it. Did I get rid? I think I got rid of it. Yeah, I no longer have the push mower, but I had one up until recently. Have you metal detected an old fireplace from the 1800s? I've swung around some like chimneys and stuff where houses have burnt down. I've looked some weird spots where trees have been uprooted. I've scanned the roots. I've never found anything good, but I found some iron. I found a can once, but nothing good. I've metal detected some very unconventional areas. Places normally people don't look, like under bleachers. Sheila, I wouldn't go out on a limb and call myself a handyman. I mean, I can do some stuff, but like I'm not like a carpenter or a plumber I'm not really handy in that sort of sense as far as a lot of repairs. But I have some skills. I mean, absolutely, from doing stuff with real estate over the years. I just can't do the big stuff. I can't do major plumbing stuff. I've never learned, like how to do my own electrical and stuff like that. So I've just kind of stayed away from it. and put more focus on things like YouTube. All we have is real mowers, but with motors. You're funny. Okay, Sue, maybe not. Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no cute or embarrassing stories, please. I wouldn't say I'm still a bird watcher now. I mean, I like doing it relaxing. I don't like specifically go out into the woods specifically looking for birds, but like I know my birds, and if I hear them, I'll look around and stuff. But growing up in the woods, you kind of got to apply yourself and find something to do. I did a lot of fishing when I was really young. Kind of got out of it, but fishing was my thing for a long time. I used to do a lot of trout fishing. All right. So I'm going to stick around for another minute here. I'm going to scroll up for a second because I want to make sure I get this done. I'm only going to stay for another couple minutes here, guys. So I appreciate you coming into the live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. Ooh, is it not going to let me scroll up any more than that? I guess there's a limit on how high it can go. Okay. I think there is. I can't scroll up any higher. That's weird on my page. 238 likes. This is your last chance to smash the like button. I'm getting tired. You can probably say I'm going to be incoherent here shortly. 2 hours and 30 minutes of trying to keep my attention. I did a 4-hour stream before. The first stream I ever did was like 4 hours and 12 minutes, but I just don't have the attention span here tonight. I'm starting to just like, my eyes are starting to drift off, and I'm starting to like just doodle. I'm like, if I stay here any longer, I'm going to be saying stuff, and you guys are going to go, what did he just say? You'll be like, what is he talking about? I'll go into this kind of half delusional rambling, and you'll be like, what's going on? But I want to make sure, I can't remember his last name, but I will after the stream ends. So you'll see it on the next stream, and maybe mixed in a normal upload for a subscriber of the month. I believe it was Dan. I can't remember his last name. I will check the super chats after we get off the stream, and I will put you there. So next time, you will be subscriber of the month for February. Max, I didn't find anything good tonight. Just you can watch back the stream if you want to see some of the finds. Found some NIFC. I did find an amazing toned coin. A few oddball things. Nothing killer. This was a little lackluster on the finds, to be completely honest. JD, have you ever heard of anybody rent the kid to do the digging and bending for them while metal detecting? Yeah, that's funny. But if you metal detect with a kid, everything you dig up, they want to keep it. So, but yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea, especially as I get older. I'll pay someone to dig some of my holes for me. I'll live dig the good signals. Who wants to make some money digging my holes for me? Let's do it. Let's do it. I guess it'd be illegal unless I paid you minimum wage, or we could trade. I mean, I'm not going to make a business out of it. Who wants to dig some holes? I'll give you some. I'll give you some old coins. I'll give you some silver, some Indian head pennies, something. We'll work it out. Somebody come dig some holes for me. I'm getting old. Yeah, Diana. Well, it's not snowing here, but it is really raining here right now. All right. I'm out, guys. I'm done. So stay tuned for some other videos. Probably one tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably release it tomorrow. Probably 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be ready. Be ready. All right. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and I will see you on the next stream. Out.